Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. Oh my god, that sea of red. What the heck happened yesterday? Bitcoin down to 9,500, XRP trading at 0.252. The lowest we've seen XRP trading in a while. Okay, here's XRP on the daily, and as you can see, guys, it's retracing back into this zone that we saw last August. The only other time that it was trading at this low a level was back near mid-month, this month, August 15th. Okay, and it's the whole market has taken a dive right now, guys. This is Bitcoin, and as you can see, Bitcoin is now coming back into this level of support. Will we break this low? Who knows? I still feel like Bitcoin will maintain this support, won't break further past this $8,900 level. Although it could happen, it could still very well happen. I still do see a bright future for Bitcoin in the near-ish term and definitely for the long term. I saw this from the Daily Hodl. If you guys are feeling a little down and out, owning one Bitcoin will increasingly become a big deal, says Coinbase's CEO Brian Armstrong. And we've heard this from other people in the crypto space, namely the modern investor. He did the math on it, and I'm wondering if Brian Armstrong actually watched his video and is just parroting what he is saying with regards to this. Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong is joining a chorus of crypto entrepreneurs who say people who just own one Bitcoin are likely to become elite holders of a unique form of wealth. In a new tweet, Armstrong responded to an article from Vice analyzing Bitcoin's origins, scarcity, wealth, creation, energy usage, adoption, and potential. Brian Armstrong says, for better or for worse, I do think owning one whole Bitcoin will increasingly become a big deal. Only 21 million will ever be produced, and some people already own much more than that. And so the modern investor spoke about this too. We've even had people like Charlie Lee in the space talking about owning one Bitcoin and how one should own one Bitcoin before owning anything else. The idea is that Bitcoin is here to stay and it will never be replaced by anything else. Even if it didn't succeed at doing what it was set out to do, now it is considered a form of wealth storage. And so for those of you people who want to invest in the new gold 2.0, the idea is put your money into Bitcoin, hedge your bets against fiat currency, and the idea is there that you will be one of the richest people on earth. So they talk a little bit about art for whatever reason in this article. Some people holding $86 million of wealth in Bitcoin, and essentially these people who have been holding Bitcoin for so long and have tens, if not hundreds of millions of dollars now, say at a point that, when you have this much money, money is no longer that important because you can essentially do whatever you want and you should do whatever you want. So some people donating to charity, which is really great. Armstrong joins Binance's Changpeng Zhao and Bitcoin entrepreneur Charlie Shrem, this is supposed to say, in predicting the future value of a single Bitcoin. Zhao recently said, those who own one BTC are mathematically guaranteed. So how can you mess with math, guys? Mathematically guaranteed to become part of a new echelon of the world's richest population. If you own one BTC, you are mathematically guaranteed to be in the top 3/1000ths richest in the world in BTC terms. 21 million divided by 7 billion. As for Shrem, he believes that in the future, one Bitcoin is all anyone will need to change their lives. A lot of people are discussing this idea of owning one Bitcoin. Put away one Bitcoin, set yourself up for the future, and then play with your other cryptocurrencies, play with your other investments. I know that a lot of people here are banking on XRP. I still believe that that is a very, very good investment as well. It's just nice to see that the sentiment in the cryptocurrency market, especially when you're looking at these micro trends in the market, sometimes it goes up, sometimes it goes down. Guys, let's not forget, we were at these levels for Bitcoin back on July 28th. We were again at these levels for Bitcoin back on July 17th. We were again at these levels for Bitcoin back on June 20th. And on June 20th, we were on the upswing, so the sentiment was even better. But there is really nothing to worry about. As John McAfee says, Bitcoin under 9,500, if you are panicking, you are a fool. And I couldn't agree more with that. This from Gimme Crypto at retire_young_1. Remember that clip when Brad Garlinghouse was on stage with Ross Leckow and asked a question about the IMF holding crypto? Well, Ross has a new role at the Bank of International Settlements. And so the clip they are referring to is this one here. From what I believe, let me just play you this because this is kind of funny here. Brad Garlinghouse with Rod Leckow, who was the IMF's Deputy General Counsel. Let me play this.
The first one's for you. IMF. Do you see IMF holding crypto assets in the future? I did not put that up there.
Remember, I'm from the legal department. I'm supposed to be very conservative about these things. I don't want to go into great details about
Maybe I should take what the IMF is going to do.
The IMF will start using XRP.
one?
Somebody did this video. Cut in those little funny thought bubbles as well. Essentially put on the spot here, and when you're in the legal department of a company, you have to be very, very careful what you talk about. Brad Garlinghouse clearly very giddy about wanting to let the cat out of the bag with that SHIT eating grin on his face. Anyway, the point being here is that now Ross Lechow is now the senior advisor for fintech, strategy, and legal at the Bank of International Settlements Innovation Hub in Switzerland. So he has changed jobs and now is with the Bank of International Settlements. Great news there. I saw this from XRP Crypto Wolf on Twitter. That's at XRP Crypto Wolf. PNC, the 8th largest bank with $400 billion in assets, becomes the first U.S. bank to start processing cross-border payments using Ripple's RippleNet. Dun da da da. This just out today. There was news about it last year. I believe that they mentioned it last year, around September last year. So about a year ago, PNC, the United States' 8th largest bank with almost $400 billion in assets, has become the country's first to start using RippleNet. FinTech Futures reported on August 29th that PNC Treasury Management is now offering RippleNet-based cross-border payment solutions to its commercial clients, claiming that the blockchain solution will give them, and I quote, the ability to receive a payment from an overseas buyer against their invoices instantly, transforming the way they manage their global account receivables and allowing them to better manage their working capital. End quote. And yeah, we're all wondering about price, right? Is this going to boost the price? Ripple's head of global institutional markets, Brianne Madigan, this week indicated price is not the only parameter company insiders are eyeing. Madigan shared fresh data on August 23rd that revealed that while XRP trading volume was down nearly 65%, the XRP Mexican volumes on Mexican crypto exchange Bitso surged by over 25%. There's so many typos in these crypto articles. This says Bitcoin, but it's supposed to say Bitso. So we heard about this news a few days ago. So PNC, guys, the 8th largest. I was looking it up here, and it looks as if it was the 6th largest listed on this website, Smart Asset, and this was from November 2018. It could have shifted in the rankings. Nevertheless, big things are coming for Ripple and XRP. I can feel it in the air. More regulation equals a better global atmosphere for Ripple to conduct business. And if Ripple can conduct business seamlessly and easily without having to look over their shoulder that they're going to be sued by whatever regulatory body, the inflows of XRP and the volume running through XRP will rise. It all has to do with supply and demand, folks. We just need to start seeing that volume flowing through XRP. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.